What is up, guys? TheDevildogGamer here. Today we're going to be talking about a new tactical open world extraction shooter called Exoborne. Exoborne is the upcoming game from Shark Mob Studio, a Swedish game studio made up of core members of the original Division team, and I would like to thank Shark Mob for sponsoring today's video on Exoborne. If you like what you see or hear from this video, make sure you check out the description down below and wishlist the game on Steam. Exoborne is set in the United States in a broken and devastated area where players will have to fight within big maps that are torn apart by forces of nature like storms and cyclones. You'll also be equipped with an exo rig, which is a futuristic looking exoskeleton that allows you to jump high and use special abilities. You will take up the role of a reborn. They're extraordinary survivors that have an implant that allow them to run these exo rigs. Play solo or in a team of 3 to complete co-op missions. There will be PvP that you can engage in this game, but PvP will always be there if that is definitely what you're striving for. The game will feature a crafting mechanic where you could upgrade your weapons or your exosuit and upgrade your arsenal as you progress. There will also be NPCs in the game that will help you out with this. Each exo rig will cater to a different playstyle, so how you approach a gunfight or situation will depend specifically on how your exo rig is outfitted. And each exo rig will interact with the environment in a different and unique way. How you approach each situation, whether your rig is PvP heavy or PvE heavy, is dependent on how you build it. Shark Mob is known for verticality in their gameplay, and this game is no different and will feature some of the most unique vertical gameplay in the industry, which you can see in the trailer, using floating around in the wind, using the environment to your advantage, and using your grapple hook. The exo rig is going to be an important way of getting around the map. Not only will the exo rig be able to help you traverse the map, there's also going to be vehicles in the game that will help you traverse it in pretty interesting and unique ways. Using all this, you will explore a part of the southeastern of the US, being torn apart by extreme forces of nature, ever-changing threats by the world itself, and risky missions to let you write your own stories each time you enter the world of Exoborne, like having an epic fight in a tornado. Public events and missions raise the stakes and opportunities, allowing you to choose your own challenge. Crafting and customization enables you to take your own path within the game, and by exploring the world with new gear and equipment of your choosing. And the extraction gameplay gives you the opportunity to risk it all for greater rewards, or to play it safe and make it in the end. The choice is yours. So this game seems pretty interesting to me. What we've been seeing lately with a lot of the extraction shooters is them going the straight tactical route, trying to replicate Escape from Tarkov. With Exoborne, it doesn't seem like they're going that route. It seems like they're trying to make something completely different. Exo rigs with grapple hooks and just being able to use the weather to kind of traverse the map or even defeat enemies seems like an interesting gameplay mechanic and something I could probably get behind. You know, being able to see the destruction of the weather. We all remember Battlefield 2042 with the tornado. I expect this to be even crazier when it comes to the destruction the weather gets, and even capable of, you know, taking out entire enemy teams, or pulling them into storms and such. And even judging by the trailer, seeing buses inside the tornado, there's probably going to be all kinds of debris, things flying around inside some of these storms you're going to be able to use as either weapons with your grapple, or even use as sitting on or grabbing other players. It'll be interesting to see what kind of upgrades you can actually do to your exosuits to be able to help you navigate some of these storms, whether you can have an upgrade that helps you not be a lightning rod, or one that helps you kind of harness lightning, or one that kind of keeps you more grounded during tornadoes or even wind events or some crazy storms. I'm sure there's going to be tons of different upgrades you can do to your exosuit that'll help you affect the weather. It'll be interesting to see the verticality of this game, just because with the grapple hooks and how you can work on exosuits, a lot of games, especially these extraction shooters nowadays, it's all ground based. You can go maybe second, third floor. I want to see games that go take us higher, and with the weather events and being able to use these exosuits and the little glide rigs that you had with the trailer, I'm sure that it's higher than, we can go a lot higher up. They're really touting the verticality in this. I want to be able to go up. Let's use more space in this area that we have, and keep it off the ground. Go up, take the fighting up. They talk about fighting in tornadoes. Fighting in a tornado, or being able to use that, the battle in the air is pretty unique, and I think that'll be pretty cool in this game. Now, one of the things announced about Exoborne is it's going to be on PC and console. They announced this during the Game Awards, and that it's also going to be an Unreal Engine 5 game. This excites me. Unreal Engine 5 looks amazing, so the graphics on this are going to be amazing too. It'll be interesting to see how the exo rigs actually work, because they say that you need to balance the different types of exosuits and how you build your exosuit based off of PvE and PvP and with the weather. So how you can balance them out with your teammates to make the kind of the perfect combination of your exo rigs to take on different challenges, whether it be weather, whether it be a PvP, whether it be PvP even. I'm sure that with the tons of upgrades that they're talking about you can do with these exo rigs, that, you know, the ability to customize them or build them out into kind of how your playstyle is almost endless. They also talk about how the narrative of the game is being built proper. So there will be a proper story, a proper lore, and the connections between the lore and affection of the gameplay is going to actually be in there. They also talk about how the storyline has a ton of different secrets that you can uncover and involves as you progress through the gameplay. So maybe there'll be different things that you can find along the map that kind of go through the storyline, or, you know, secret areas that, you know, talk about more of the story about how Exoborne is and how the weather happened, or even how this kind of apocalypse, weather-based apocalypse actually happened. They talk about the long-term progression in this game being a lot of the crafting that you can do, the weapons and upgrades, the customization and large amounts of variation that you can do with your exo rigs. And, you know, they talk about the events that you can do, PvP, PvE. There's probably going to be tons of different, like, weekly, monthly, or even large events, like seasonal events that you can actually do in this game. That'll kind of keep it going for the longevity of this. But, you know, the amount of customization for this, even with the exo rigs, is probably going to be enormous. And they say that the game is easy to get into, but it's hard to master. So I'm sure that comes from the amount of customization and, you know, how much you can do with these exo rigs and how you build them for your team. I am pretty excited to check out Exoborne. This push for, you know, extraction shooters, which is a great genre. There's nothing wrong with extraction shooters, honestly. Everyone's just been trying to replicate what Escape from Tarkov did, and, you know, they're not really thinking in their own unique ways. Shark Mob is with Exoborne. This seems like a really unique extraction shooter. The way the weather works, how it can be deadly, how you can use it in battles, the way the exo rigs are customizable, and the verticality, man. The verticality in games is something that doesn't happen much, and them putting a big focus on verticality, and, you know, it is a really cool idea to me. We need more verticality. We need more stuff, you know, going up from the ground. Get boots off the ground, get them up there in the sky, or even in tornadoes fighting. I mean, the fighting in tornadoes sounds cool as hell anyways. But I'm excited to see how this works, and actually to get my hands on it and play it. But if you guys liked what you saw from this trailer, you guys want to see more Exoborne, make sure you guys go down in the description below and wish list it on Steam. There's also going to be the Discord down there for you guys to go check it out. But I'm excited about it. Let me know what you guys think of Exoborne.